alarm. Did, did the maintenance unit just initiate a hostile takeover? Rumors spread through the slightly less predictable, like a particularly virulent space flu. Had Stabby intentionally attacked the first officer? Was this a new form of robotic rebellion, starting with the lowliest of machines? Ensign Davies, when questioned, just grinned nervously and muttered something about predictive cleaning patterns. Captain Rostova, after ensuring Zorp's injury was superficial, and stifling a chuckle, had to address the crew and the increasingly agitated diplomats. All right, people, settle down. It was an accident. Stabby's not sentient. He just has a knife. We'll put a little flag on him so people can see him coming. The Xylarians, however, remained unconvinced. They had witnessed a cleaning unit incapacitate a senior officer. To them, this wasn't an accident. It was a calculated act of aggression. By the time the slightly less predictable reached Kepler 100 KCOF, the legend of Stabby, the mutinous Roomba, had already begun to take root in the annals of interspecies misunderstanding. Chapter 2. Stabby and the Sentient Space Slime, Part 1. The Interstellar Janitorial Initiative, a division of the Terran Federation dedicated to exploring novel methods of spaceship hygiene, had acquired a specimen of unusual interest, a sentient space slime discovered clinging to the hull of a derelict Dreknar cruiser. This particular slime, affectionately nicknamed Goopy by the research team, possessed a rudimentary form of communication through color changes and a surprising intelligence, at least for a gelatinous blob. Dr. Eris Thorne, the lead xenobiologist on the project, was fascinated. Its cellular structure shows a remarkable adaptability, he'd excitedly explained to his colleagues. It seems to be capable of learning and even expressing emotions. Goopy, currently residing in a containment field within Lab Beta, was indeed proving to be an engaging subject. It had developed a fondness for classical Earth music, particularly Mozart, and seemed to enjoy the company of Dr. Thorne, often shifting its hue to a pleasant lavender when he entered the lab. However, not all interactions were harmonious. Goopy had an unfortunate tendency to leave trails of shimmering, slightly sticky residue wherever it went, much to the chagrin of the ship's regular cleaning staff. This, of course, brought Goopy into the orbital path of Stabby. Ensign Ramirez, the junior technician assigned to Lab Beta, had been explicitly instructed to keep Stabby away from the sentient slime. We don't know how it will react to... Well, you know, she'd said to Ensign Davies, gesturing nervously at the knife-wielding Roomba. Davies, ever the pragmatist, had simply replied, just put a big X on the floor. Stabby usually avoids those. The X, a bright red strip of industrial-strength tape, was indeed in place, marking a perimeter around Goopy's containment field. For a while, it seemed to work. Stabby diligently cleaned the outer edges of the lab, his internal sensors seemingly recognizing the tape as an obstacle. But Goopy, in a moment of what could only be described as playful curiosity, or perhaps a craving for dust bunnies, had begun to extend small pseudopods beyond the